Hello and welcome. This is going to be a look at building your first application and getting started with PyQt. Why these tools? Why am I interested in this? I'm mostly a JavaScript guy, but I'm interested in building more native applications. So running things on the desktop, having them look normal, look like your host OS. Also, for reasons of portability and having them be a smaller file size, I'm not really interested in building things with Electron and sending the entire browser along with every application I write. So Python would be my first choice, and Qt because it's kind of the go-to de facto GUI window manager. That's and other buzzwords. GUI framework for Python. There's also WX widgets and other things like Kiwi, but Qt seems to be the thing to go with. And since what I would like to do is open source, then I don't have a problem with Qt licensing stuff. So for now, let's get started with a simple kind of hello world-esque application. I'm just here in a folder I created, so let's make a main file to get going. To get started, we're going to import the sys package, and then from PyQt5, which I have all installed and set up. Oh, I'm using Python 3, by the way. And there'll be links in the description of how to get this stuff set up. Not too difficult. The only thing I had any difficulty with was conflict with the SIP package, which I resolved with the trusty Stack Overflow. This is what we're going to import. So the main things we import are Q application, Q main window, and those are the basic requirements to get your application going. Now to do our little demo, we're going to import, I got this all backwards. Import. All right. Yes. What you're seeing there, the highlighting is my linter telling me that these are things that I'm not using. So like say, look down here at the bottom, sys imported but unused. And this is with Sublime linter and the Flake 8, I believe, linter. So to get started, you need a basic class. And this is going to inherit from the Q main window. We are going to define our constructor, which is just going to get things rolling by calling things on its parent. To put actually something on the window, this is just sort of the bare bones starter thing. We're gonna just put a button on the window. To do that, we're gonna say a button is a Q push button with some text of I am a button, and to add it to the window this way, since we're not using any layout stuff, just add it to self. And we're going to put it at, say, 20 by 20 in the window. Now, to get things going, oh, look, I have tabs on by default, and Flake 8 says no good. Okay, so now let's define a method to get things rolling. Here we're going to say our app is a Q application and call that with the arguments we passed in. Our program is going to be the instantiated class above. And then we need to get things actually going. So we want to actually show the window. And let me kick it off with the exec underscore method. And we should be good to go. And look, now that we're using everything we imported, all my linter things are good. So you see if we aren't using the button, it gives me this nice error. Oh no, or it doesn't. Q bush button, push button, bush button, yeah, good. Spoonerism. Is imported but not used. And so that's just to see how that all works. If we're here in our folder, we can see this is our script we just wrote. This is running in Python 3. We're gonna run it, and look, we have a window that says, I am a button. I am a button that might not qualify as a button because it doesn't do anything. It is clickable, so I guess that qualifies. It's fulfilled its title in name, if not in function. So that's kind of how this is your basic skeleton for getting things going with Qt. Now what we're going to do next is get things going even better using Qt Designer to make a nicer application and get get things rolling. So let's do it.